them into a positive or into a negative, and how my future experiences, how I'm going to react to those. So I really started putting that into practice. And it's kind of crazy what happens whenever you do things like that. Because has everyone heard of the term paradigm shift? Well, one heck of a paradigm shift happened. So less than a year ago, I sat in a conference room surrounded by delegates, two delegates from every ABMA accredited institution at the House of Delegates, and I just sat like jaw dropped and soaked up every single second of High Performance Living's presentation by Jennifer Quammen and Ryan Smith. Jennifer is a veterinarian and Ryan is a life coach. And this duo teamed up and they decided to coach me that day, particularly, how to train like a professional athlete, how to thrive instead of survive, and how to recover like a beast. And I'm an athlete, so that totally hit home with me. It's like, okay, I can train like a professional athlete and I can recover like a beast. Thriving part, well, we'll need to work on that. They taught me how to sleep again. They taught me how to eat. And just how to prepare myself to perform at my max here. Whether or not that's happening is up for discussion. But I'm also very proud to say that the Student Wellness Committee and SCAVA will be hosting High Performance Living April 9th through 13th this semester, week 14, to allow our student body to hear what they have, the messages that they have to deliver. And they're going to talk specifically about how to mentally and physically prepare yourself to do your best and be successful during finals and for the rest of our lives. So a couple of meetings after the High Performance Living meeting, I joined the National SAVMA Wellness Task Force. It was created by Mike McIntyre, the senior delegate at Texas A&M, and our mission was to conduct more research on the issues surrounding veterinary student mental health and wellness. But shortly after, I had to come back to St. Kitts, and I said that wrong. I said it like I regretted it. I love being here. And I just kind of felt distant from the rest of the committee members. They were all back in the States. It's easy to contact each other there. So I felt like something needed to change at Ross. Why couldn't we campaign for a wellness committee on a local level here at Ross University? It is exactly 349 days after I started the Student Wellness Committee at Ross. And we're about to celebrate our 1-year birthday. And just 3 weeks ago, we made it official that the Ross Student Wellness Committee and the Student Experience Committee, as well as the liaison, they were approved as permanent additions to the RUSVM SCAVMA and Student Government Association. And in just over 1 year, we've collaborated with over 11 different organizations on campus, hosted over 16 different events promoting and recognizing student wellness, and we have another 7 planned over the next 2 semesters, including hosting veterinary social media icon Dr. Andy Roark during week 2 of next semester. So the initiatives taken on by the Student Wellness Committee and Student Experience Committee, we focus primarily on just pouring loads of attention towards student wellness, and our administration caught on. They started an administrative RUSVM care team devoted to enhancing student satisfaction and student recognition that has provided more scholarship opportunities for our students. They provide hosting student appreciation days, giving us free coffee and food during finals, and hosting more professional development opportunities like Rule and Lunch with Leadership. And not only that, DeVry started a care team. The ripple effect has been huge. DeVry's care program promotes RUSVM faculty members' increased awareness of the shadow that they cast and how they can personally maintain a healthy, balanced division between work and home life. Can you imagine what that's going to do for students in 5 to 10 years? So not only have our administration and DeVry caught on to this, other student governments have caught on as well. Other veterinary schools have adopted the idea of a wellness committee, and they've actually reached out to our student wellness committee and consulted with us on how to host these events and how to put on these wellness events, and what are we doing that's, you know, changing the culture at Ross. And lastly, I would like to just say that my latest initiative, with the support and guidance of the ABMA, National SABMA, and of course our local SABMA chapter, is working on a proposal for the creation of a National SABMA Wellness Officer position that will be represented on the National SABMA Executive Board. So it is my goal, through that position, to ensure that there's continuation with this movement, and that the focus towards veterinary student wellness and veterinary professional wellness remains the same, if not even more. I want to change the statistics to reflect a decrease in the suicide rates for veterinary professionals. And I want to move our profession forward towards a new era where veterinary wellness is considered a necessary component of criteria in our educational as well as our clinical programs and practices. So it is my hope that through my trials and errors and personal experiments with all of these ideas, that you have been convinced and will go forward in our field with your heads held high in pride and confidence in our profession. That all it takes is one veterinarian, aka superhero, with a unique set of skills, aka superpowers, a huge network of supportive, goal-driven superhero vet buddies, working together towards the pursuit of an idea that has the potential to do what superheroes do best: save the world.